very fitting.
Okay, thank you. All right.
It was very fitting.
Yeah. Put my ego a little bit, I'll stick around. He's cool, isn't he?
Yeah.
He puts his pants on the same way we do, both legs at the same time. I just did.
Okay, so let's do that again. We'll go to. Yeah, okay. It's always the same. It's like. It's kind of like arpeggio type thing.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's do that.
I got the part down with da 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 da. I just kind of got to lay back a little bit and listen for the transition and now.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. You just want to be beside, looking for one moment, set aside and fire that's burning the old fire. And I don't care what they may say, and I don't care what they may say. Never can't run a line.
I'm happy. I should say that. Okay.
That was an improvised end.
Yeah, that's right.
It has to stop at some point.
I guarantee you, if we had to take the place of any professional.
I mean, there's progress to be made, but there's like
I have to tell you,
stuff to work with, right?
I wanted to go back to work on that, that distance.
Oh, no,
It's
man.
so, but no, it's pronounced enough to where, no. Okay, the three accents. Okay, we come out of the verse into the chorus, and you, wait, yeah, those three.
You mean T-A, T-A, T-A?
Yes, thank you.
Ta-ta-ta.
See, I don't know. I think I'm musically inclined and can, teach and read a little bit and stuff and write, but he's really sharp on it. Like you. I forget all the noun names and everything, but arpeggio, decrescendo, ritardo, and stuff, but I'm not too sure what.
Should we do the lounge song that you like?
Well, no, man, I wanted to work on that one section of the song, bro. But you demand, so.
Yeah, my voice is like, I need to do something.
But you know the part I'm talking about. You wanted to see if I'd catch it, and I did the second time.
I know, you did great.
But man, dude, no, that's gonna rock if we get that tight. That's sharp. That's smart.
I don't know.
Yeah, you do. That was really cool. We go it stops for just a second.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah.
You cut that.
I want to be on that.
That's
yeah.
Cool.
I will. If that's on the CD,
Singing. Je ne sais. Let's go. Je ne sais ce qui m'arrive. Mon regard a vraiment changé. d'ombre du soleil. S'il m'arrive d'être infidèle, c'est que tes bras me retiennent, car ton amour est sans pareil. J'ai compris enfin pourquoi il est bon de s'accrocher. Celui qui réside, c'est vrai l'intelligent, celui qui voit ta création, recevra de toi la réponse. Solo! Dieu est venu sur la terre, c'est pour nous donner ta majesté. Dieu néant d'être mon père, dis-tu d'être mon frère, pourquoi moi ton amour demander? Solo!
Can we do one cover tune of your choice? I can ad lib because I love that album. I can I don't have the electronic triggers that he uses to accentuate different sounds across his kit, but I can impress the heck out of you. No, yeah, I can improvise where it sounds like it. I do the same thing on Tom Petty.
Oh, let's do that other one we worked last time. Dun, 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 with the Michael Jackson in the middle.
Oh yeah, oh sure.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I feel like Michael Jackson.
Oh, God, that's
Yeah, no,
Oh.
yeah, kind of like.
Yeah, it's like Michael Jackson.
Not exactly,
Well,
but
not
it's
well.
one of, it's,
No,
it kind
breakdown.
It's kind of like Billie Jean or
it kind of sounds like one of his
It doesn't. Yeah, it's not
Gotta
exactly.
break
But,
down.
well, the way he says it, because the beat kind of changes a little bit. When he says that, then I go back to that beat, and that's where it registers in my head. But it is kind of.
He goes-
it is kind of poppy. I like it though.
Hold on.
Hey, it's
Because
not,
Michael Jackson par des A's.
okay, yeah.
you're not done.
Okay. I gotta keep my eyes a little bit more focused because the stops and stuff. Man, there isn't that good
Stop.
There's parts that
Yeah, we
he's
were
gonna
like,
listen where he's just.
Walter and I
Is it
played
punchy
a
though?
little yeah.
I'm excited again. It's fun, isn't it?
It is. It's
God, that
good.
just makes you happy.
That's
That's
what
what he was
he
playing
needs.
when we rolled in.
Yeah,
Yeah. Do you like it so far?
I do. I'm having fun.
Can you get close enough to your camera to expose the shirt that you're wearing in the house of the Lord?
Oh, I know.
Yeah. Hey, if you're gonna do it right. Tell
Cool.
him. No, just kidding. I'm just teasing. That's my rebel friend. No, she's a good girl.
Okay, we heard you.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
This one's another one. It's kind of like a gospelish, black gospelish type thing.
Is there any coffee back there, Kiefer?
No,
I mean,
dude.
it's already cooked.
No, I didn't make any today.
No, that's okay. That's okay.
There's
I
no-
brought a cup with me and I finished it. I was just no.
No.
I'm good.
It would have, it actually would have helped you.
No, I'm not getting really amped up where I don't even sit in the pocket. All I do is
I'm running out of steam myself.
No, it's like I really need more caffeine. Yeah, give me another cup of that spiked coffee so that I can like not even stay in the pocket and just syncopate all night long if I don't like it. Did you like the syncopating though? The insertion
That was
thing?
great.
Oh, yeah, that was
No,
good.
Yeah, sounded good.
Yeah,
You
but-
totally caught the Michael Jackson part, you know,
Yeah.
the dancing part.
Man, that's cool.
Okay, so this one is. we have slowed down a little bit. Yes, faster. We have slowed down, extremely slowed down.
Oh, yeah, okay. Okay.
Let's try again.
Yeah, give me yeah, go ahead. Set the tempo.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, and. Yeah.
Okay, I got it. Okay.
Okay, I thought I had a bad note here. Sometimes it does that.
Okay.
It's sustain itself. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can't turn up. Push it. Not yes, it's a forever we are the church now. We are the people of God. The people of God. People of God. We are the people of God. You got it. We're
Actually, I need to be that trained dog.
I want to show you the ending, okay?
It's a long time.
It goes twice like this.
Wow, that's cool.
It's also,
So it's like.
that's awesome.
So then in high school.
You'll be good at it, because you're gonna do a sponge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I can feel like I gotta go ba ba or but I can just okay, yeah.
You know, like
Part of the
because-
pocket. Yeah, I gotcha. Okay. I didn't know how many bars ahead of that when starting.
Well, it
So I'm
could
gonna
be.
do like let's just do one measure.
Yeah,
like a
we'll,
4-part measure.
we'll just make it one before the end.
Okay, so let's do that one more time,
Okay.
please. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I thought you meant to do the part before the end.
Okay, let's just do the end words. Yeah, the part before the end.
But the short part. Okay, it's just a short part. Okay.
Wow. I like the way you do that.
Okay, let's do it slow. Now. It's up in the air.
Okay. I don't know. Okay, no, it's good. I got it. Let's do it together.
I think so. Yeah.
Well, let's do it.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Syncopate the last one as well.
Okay.
It's up in the air.
Okay, one more time. I guarantee I got it.
They all tap, tap, tap. You know.
Okay, last try. I got it. No, I'll hold it right now.
Okay.
So.
Yes.
Yeah.
So now let's do it faster.
Okay. Okay.
Now. Perfect. You got it perfect.
Yeah, I got it now. Man, that's why I love dance so much. It was a natural endorphin for the ADHD kids.
Yeah.
You know, it was just,
Oh yeah.
because we did stuff like that in marching band. Really intricate pieces. I mean, really, there was the better drummers they could you know they could read and comprehend it all. You know, but if it had a genre to it, you know, kind of I don't know. You know, it would make me learn it so much faster. Oh,
Look for this guy.
Oh, did you want me, what's that?
I was not asking you.
Oh,
anything.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
We're getting
I thought he was like,
now.
I thought he was like trying to stick the CD in your backpack.
I was showing my album to
That's how
the
you let people
to the
know.
live to the.
Oh, I see.
That's how you let people know what's up.
And I had to get my face in there. And
Well, I want to put
That's what I
my,
meant.
my
Oh, I
thumb.
see.
Your face
I was
is
putting my
always
thumb on my
over.
face, so now they can see. Well, there you go.
All right.
But it's funny, you're like, what do you want? What do you? What do you?
What are you doing? I forgot that she's filming.
Do you want to? I'm dehydrated.
My chops are sore. It's been a couple of weeks since I've played more than one song. Oh. Agarandosa giada, rakandosa bagaron, jotrakandosa varikadian, trandi bakade, chonde karanda. Hikarianja, I cook chaka uki, okay, and kishiko, here conjuko, yoka, I hey, okachiko, ingia, hoki or kinchidia, aya humbaki, haychiko, here conchi, hokia, a hayakachia, kionka. Yaki hosiki on chuku, Ikea siko my ahioka, Hakin chikongi sikio, Okichi umbo akajodo, Okuchide, a haikia and chiki on ko Yaka, Yaka just he could yanjuko, okay, how yanjuko, I say, I obey a siki on Tuesday. Ah, Chaka, I say, yeah. Pan Yucaranto, Saratigarende, Dracada, Ija. He say, okay, I show that Ikea, Kachio, Kajianta, Batrento, Sa. I praise his holy name. This is the first time I've played with a keyfer on that plays the keyboards. Last time I came and nobody showed up. And so I'm here again to play music. Looking to play music. If you would like a saxophone or other things, I can play other things and I can sing too. I will join you. You'll see. That's the kind of practice that I take. I just have to run through things a few times. Or maybe not. I could just play it, depending on what key. My alto sax is finishing up in the shop, getting re-repaired to get in tip-top shape for my playing prowess. In the meantime, I've bought 2 tenor saxophones. One is a Warner, and I've never heard of that, and it looks really pretty unique. It's made in Czechoslovakia, and I have posted some pictures. I hope if anybody knows anything about it, they could let me know. Because my feeling is that somebody spent a long time personally working on that it wasn't just some sort of cookie cutter type thing. And I'd like to make sure that it goes to somebody who really values it. I think there's some family history behind it, honestly. And so it needs some work. I believe it probably was in really good shape, but it's been waterlogged. I bought it from some homeless people for $130, and so it had a lot of water damage, and it looked like maybe somebody had just kind of like tossed it in the water, but like maybe it was okay and it had been not taken care of. Like somebody had grabbed it and done that to be mean to somebody. So what it felt like to me, but I don't know for certain. So I did so it was not playable to the way that I needed to have it happen. And I have been having my eye on this 1950s. It's a Con 10M, I do believe, a tenor saxophone. So it's bigger than the saxophone that I've been playing, which is an alto saxophone. This one is larger, and so you can make deeper sounds. And I played this one first, actually. I played in middle school and high school. I played tenor sax, and I played a little bit of alto at first, but I was asked to play tenor sax because our band needed one, and so I did, until I started playing jazz and improv and got an alto sax, so I could do that. And so this is very exciting to be able to play tenor sax again, because it's different. It's in a different key than the alto, and so I have to kind of just brush up quickly about what notes to play correctly. They're not always correct because it's been. I was in high school in 1988. I graduated from high school, so it's been a little bit of time since I've played a tenor saxophone. This is probably like the third or fourth time, and I've just pulled it out and played like a song or less at the times I've played. So I've had this like a week, and I'm digging it. So hopefully you are too. I'm not sure when I'll be going back to playing more jams. Like, things have been closed and people have been worried about a virus. So I think I had a cough that ejected some stuff. I think that probably they have like the quarantine team or the CDC down there inspecting what I hacked up. I probably should have told somebody, but I didn't really realize it. I wasn't really thinking, actually, honestly. But I've washed my hands and done all that, and I don't know what they think that people are catching, honestly. I don't really buy the whole virus thing, personally. I think that people are getting really sick because of contaminants, and that a certain specific population has tried to be damaged, and it's spread to damaging a lot of other people, and either you get really hardy and survive or you croak. And so I'd like to think it's just my body processing toxins, and it probably means I'm just fine. But for all I know, I could be on the news as missing, and people are wanting me. And probably the last known thing about me is that I'm wearing this shirt that says "Abnormally Attracted to Sin," it was an album for Tori Amos in a tour. I went and saw her. I believe this one was at the Arlene Snitzer Hall in Portland. And I really like her, and I've listened to her for a long time, but not for a while because I've been super poor and just kind of like surviving. I'm just talking because they're in there doing things, and I probably should take a break soon. I thought that I was broadcasting, so I've been playing like 20 minutes before I even turned on the phone, which is kind of a lot for not playing for a while. So I don't know that I'll play later on tonight, but I will. I also can play things with my hands without my mouth, like mandolin and banjo and guitar. I'm looking for a guitar still. I need a good acoustic electric guitar. So instead of going after a guitar, strangely enough, I found a good deal on a trombone, and I picked that up, a used trombone. And I don't exactly recall how to put one together because I've only played it a couple of times, and it was already assembled. So I have to remember how to put it together properly, and I will be playing that. So it's a really nice one, and right now the brand is completely and utterly escaping my mind. But when I get it together, and I will also let you hear me play that, because I've played on my live streaming. I've played one time. I played trombone one time. I enjoy it, and so now I have one. It's a really nice one, and I got a really good deal on it. So, and I still am freaking out that I can't remember what the name on it at all. So, I don't know tons about instruments. I know basics, like I can tell how they've been cared for and kind of what they're capable of and stuff, but I don't always know like where they come from and how long they've been around and stuff like that. So I opened up some more utilities today. I've been living in my house again for the last month, but I didn't open some utilities because my credit was bad, and the way that I have my income, I hide a lot of it because it's been stolen, the way that I have my money, and so it looks like I have zero and that I have absolutely no money, but I really do have some hidden. And so when they ask me to pay deposits and all that stuff, it works fine, but I'm needing to do that a lot more than I should. Like, I'm better off than I look when they search because my balances don't show up the right way, which is kind of it's helped me survive because I've had people that have my account number and my card number and basically are like trying to swipe it and run it through at every possible opportunity. So I think it's happening to a lot of people. It's not just me. My biggest suggestion possible is, put stuff in your savings or a place where it can't be accessed on funds directly, a place where you have to like transfer it. And I also would suggest not storing your credit card when you pay for things, which can be kind of a pain if you're doing, like, a lot of times you get incentives for auto pay for things coming out of your account to be less expensive when you're paying bills. But that means you have to leave that balance in there at that time instead of being able to just pay and know that it cleared at the time of paying. That's something that I've been really on top of. And if somebody gets your phone for a minute and you have, like, say you have a credit card put into Amazon or into Google Pay or something like that, it just takes a second for them to get in there and order something and change the address and send something and then get in there and change it back. And if you have a payment saved in there, it could be a mistake. I mean, not a mistake. Well, it's definitely theft, but to guard against that, even though it's a pain in the ass, I enter my credit card information as a new card every time, and I don't save it for later use because that was one of the things that was happening to me. Somebody also got a hold of like old checking account numbers and routing numbers and were inputting that into Amazon, so much so that when I try to order from there, I can't because somebody else has used my banking account with insufficient funds because there wasn't money in there over and over. And so it looks like I've been the one doing it, and I can't even order anything from them. So that's kind of been, I've got to discover other places to order things, and with a lot of things being closed around here because of the virus, or just really inconvenient, like they make you stand outside instead of going in and pick your things out. Best Buy is super controlling here. Like it's as if they're taking people inside to be shot, like the way that it's lined up. It's just very odd and suspicious in that place. So I don't know what's going on in there, and they don't want you to either. So if you want to stand around outside for 10-15 minutes under a little covered tent, that is a good place to go if you want to just stand in line. But that's not the only place. The marijuana places are really bad around here, like the dispensaries and the grow shops and anything affiliated with marijuana. You're going to be standing around outside, so like one or two at a time can go in. So I kind of am familiar with the ones that treat you a little bit nicer and everything. And my opinion about what's happening is that everybody's already been contaminated. So there is no contamination exposure threat. It's just a matter of who's going to die and who's going to live. So it really doesn't matter. There is no getting infected because you are already infected. It's just who's going to adapt to be able to survive it the best. That's the way that I feel it and see it. So, and there's also a number of people being snuffed out that appear to be weak, or they are maybe the majority doesn't like these type of people, and perhaps it may be because they smoke marijuana, or maybe because they're homosexual, or maybe because they like to dress in opposite gender clothing, or be transsexual, transgendered, whatever the thing you want to pick on. Some of those people are getting lured in and tricked into having parties to come wear makeup, and if you're a boy, you can come get dressed up and this and that, and then they do it, and then whoever shows up disappears. Suddenly they have the virus, and they don't show up anywhere anymore. And we've had a lot of people disappearing, and I don't know if that is really everywhere or what's going on, but to me, you don't see people sick and hacking and doing, like when you see a movie with the bubonic plague and all that stuff, and you wouldn't see indicators of people actually being ill, and that's not really happening. People look fairly pretty hardy, or you don't see them around. So it's a good way to control and keep you from going into certain areas. Well, we can't go in there. It's being cleaned. And so either there's a reason that they have to be cleaned that nobody wants to talk about, or there's bad shit going on in there. Yes, I'm in the house of God, and I said shit. And I think that I probably will not be struck down. I'm going to keep it at there because they went to do something else. And I'm kind of tired of talking because I feel hopefully, I kind of feel like I'm talking to one person. So hopefully more than one person will listen to me. But even one person is worth it. So I hope to be broadcasting again soon. I still don't have my daughter. It's been over a year. She's turned 7 now in the meantime. I have some birthday presents to give her, and I'm very, very hopeful things will get resolved. I'm supposed to have court next Tuesday, still on this Dewey from 2017 in September for smoking marijuana 45 minutes before I drove. I'm a medical patient, and I wasn't smoking during the driving. They just said it smelled like marijuana in the car, and they knew that I had been videotaping and been known to smoke marijuana, and they acted like it was meth, and they got a 0.0 for alcohol and a 0.0 on all substances in my urine test, and they've been holding me to standards of probation and parole and made me go to a mental health court, and basically what they've done is really prepared me very well to either be vindicated and reinforced for my patients, or I have really good evidence for a humongous lawsuit. And either way, I should be getting paid pretty soon, because I have not been able. As you can hear, I can play saxophone, but I have a license, but I've been told not to travel outside of the state. So I can't. If somebody wants me to play somewhere different than Oregon, it's too bad. I've been told no, I can't do it. There's no legal reason why. It's not okay to make somebody basically be held to the standards of probation and parole when they have never been formally arrested, and there's no charges pending. But yet, it's fun to drag me in and out of court because maybe my attorney wants to pretend that he dated me. If you take a look at him and me, you're probably going to laugh. My ex-girlfriend was a woman, and she was old, but she is not Bob Homan at Lane County Public Defenders. So I've been very, very patient, and I've appeared. They made me appear in court lots of times, and they held me for 11 days the first time and 4 days several months later. The time they picked me up for 4 days, I got reported as missing, and they haven't corrected it in the system. So somebody else is getting my SSI, and then they give me half of it, and they keep half. And then they're billing like they are my, like they're giving me disability assistance, and they're taking a paycheck for like $900, like they're taking care of me, and nobody's helping me at all, and they're getting away with it. The man that was doing it before was acting as if he had married me, or that we had a civil union or something along those lines, and he may even be dead. I know that he was basically in hospice, and so now I have my name on a whole bunch of things, of a whole bunch of other people acting like they date me, and people suddenly realize I'm a lesbian, and the only believable ones will be the women. And then if you look at those, probably there's only like 1 or 2 believable ones, because they're all, you know, old or meth addicts or things like that, things that I would not ever date, people I wouldn't date, alcoholics, people. I am very forgiving of all sorts of things, but there's certain red flags I watch out for. So I hope you guys are all doing very well. I'm probably going to just load the sacks up and head on back out to Cresswell. I'm at Grandma Virginia's house. They're coming back, so maybe I'll play some more if you guys want to hear it. But I live at the end of Christmas Tree Lane at Grandma Virginia's house in the dark brown house.
No, leave it right there. No. Hi, my name is Walter Hill. Asking my little sister to please give it a rest.
I'm telling these people, I'm giving them an update.
I know.
I can probably play 1 or 2 more songs, but my mouth is. I am not used to playing.
I had myself. I had my feel. So
yeah,
we could give it a.
That's a horrible addiction.
We could give it a day.
But
yeah.
And then if you like it, we could meet again.
I'd love to meet again. This has been very good for me.
Okay, cool.
Who's your favorite drummer now?
Walter Hill.
I'm just a hack,
You're
but I have
forcing
fun.
it. You're forcing it, Walter.
No, I'm just a hack, but I have fun. Didn't I say I'm just a hack, but I have fun? Hey, what was I going to say? Your mouthpiece, it sounded dry. It just sounded dry.
Well, I'm still getting used to it.
You know what I mean?
My mouth is getting tired, and that's also my embouchure. It takes more air, and it's different.
No, I realize that.
So,
but that's where a bamboo reed seems to me a little bit.
Parlez français?
How
many people do you have following you like this?
It depends, because I usually do it on Periscope TV, but I got blocked because somebody took my old account. But it depends on what happens. A lot of people rewatch them. Mm-hmm. There's a few people right now. There's like.
Are you talking hundreds or thousands?
Well, I don't really know. I don't really have any idea. I try not to think about that, or I probably wouldn't do it, because either I'd be depressed that there's so few, or I'd be scared there's so many.
You become international star.
Yeah, well, I like to broadcast in Italian because I lived there for a couple years when I was little.
Sicilian.
Right. Sicilian. Yeah, so sometimes I do that.
If you do, you clean it up.
No, not necessarily.
Yeah, but if you do, you clean it up.
I just get really creative about how to say it, so it doesn't sound so dirty. Maybe.
The last song was in French.
Yes, I like that. I like
and then
that.
there's a part that comes in with a guy that can't hold the note too well. Goes, how did you do? You clean it up. Not me, Ryan. So I'm gonna take a dump right here. That's not it. Let's work on a couple of those tunes that I'm gonna play, and then we'll call it a day. No, let's call it a day right now.
She said she was in pain, and then I'm pretty much.
Okay. Yeah, let's wrap it.
4.5 hours. I'm like,
yeah.
It's a wrap.
But I'm gonna make her a.
Okay, good.
I still have the white Lexus. I need a new car. I have a 2000 Lexus GS 300.